Hi everyone, this is Camilo with Color Bike Lights, and I want to show you one of my new products. It's a custom-made product I make myself. It's the LED strip lights for skateboards. So it's really fun because they're remote controlled. So we turn it on with a remote. We can push the red button, the green, the blue. There's different settings where they can just flash on their own different colors, like a slow fade in and fade out effect, a strobe effect. We can just keep it constant, you know, one color if you'd like. Alright, so let's unpack this unit and show you what you get, each one of your orders. Just this here. So what we're going to see is you're going to get, right now, as of now, there's two little packages, say Color Bike Light. You're going to get two LED strips that are anywhere from 22 to 23.5 inches long. Now if you have a shorter skateboard and maybe you need to cut down these strips, right here where you see there's like a little scissors and these little copper things, that's where you can cut each strip down without ruining your LED lights. There's always a new spot every few inches where you can cut them down. Okay, so we get two of these LED strips. You got your DC connector for your 9-volt battery, alcohol swabs to clean the surface area. You're gonna get your splitter to hook up the lights, your 21 button remote with batteries, with a battery included, and your receiver here to receive the signal. This is little black thing is where it receives the signal. These are IR remotes, so unfortunately you have to point the remote directly at the receiver. They're not going to go through walls, or they're not super fancy like some of the high-grade remotes now, but still, they still work very well. And then you're going to get several of these industrial-grade Velcro things, the furry ones and the ones that stick to it. Okay, so before we get started, you just want to kind of look at your skateboard and see, kind of visualize how you want the lights to look. Some people have rails on the sides here. So, of course, maybe you want to put the lights on the inside of the rails or maybe on the outside of the rails. And you got to determine what kind of skateboard rider are you. Are you somebody that does a lot of crazy tricks and stuff? So maybe you don't want all this stuff in the way, or you got to figure out how to put it in here where it's not going to obstruct your ability to do tricks. Also, think about whether you're left-handed or right-handed. For me, I am left-handed. So when I set everything up, I made sure that my little receiver here was going to be sticking out of the end of the board a little bit on my left side. So when I hold my remote, it'll be easier for me to get a signal to change the colors. Okay, so once you have everything cleaned off, you want to start laying it out and just checking all your connections to make sure everything's okay, because LED lights are polarized. So that means that everything has to be in the right manner. For example, look, they're on, but if some reason, if this connection was just flipped over, the lights won't come on. So just start putting everything in place, hook up all the LED lights to make sure they work. If they're not coming on, don't panic, kind of just flip the connection over to see if they come on that way, and then just check with your remote by hitting the red button, the green button, the blue button, to make sure that everything's connected properly. So once you know everything's connected properly, then I recommend start taking the little Velcro strips and putting them on your units. Like, I like to use the non-sticky side on the connectors. So you have like one, two, I think there's three little squares. Put them on the connectors here and here, and use the furry stuff for the skateboard. Right, so once we have everything in place where we want it to be, what I recommend to start doing is like find out where you want your battery. Like, I knew the battery was okay for me here, so then I put the furry connector right there, the other one on the other side of the battery, and kind of started working my way out. Remember, you want the receiver to kind of be sticking out just a little bit from the board, so it'll catch the signal from your remote, and start putting the non-furry connections on ends of your connectors, and then line them up the furry sides on the board, so everything stays in place. There's that one. We got a non-furry one there, matching one here on the board, and just this little piece sticks out just enough to receive the signal. Same thing, we put a little non-furry one right there, matching one on the board, and we do so throughout our connections. Put everything in place. Your LED strips have an adhesive backing, so you just peel that tape off and lay them down where you want. Now here in Florida, the humidity is so strong that eventually starts kind of reducing that stickiness, and they might start coming off like at the ends or something. So what I've done is you can either put a little bit of super glue or hot glue, or something that I found out that works really well if you don't want to put any glue or any permanent bonds on your board is like packing tape. Packing tape, just putting a little bit of packing tape on the ends, you know, just that adds like an extra layer of protection, and it keeps these LED lights on here, and then you don't have to worry about any glue or any permanent bonds on your board if you're planning on maybe reselling it or redoing your lights later on. And so then after that's all set, you got your remote. Your remote should probably have a little plastic tab in it with the batteries that pull the tab off, and then you're ready to go. Now I'm going to include a battery with your unit. It's going to probably look something like this. These are from the Dollar Tree. You get 2 of them for $1. They're okay, but they only last you like an hour or 2 before they need to be changed out. So I say get a good battery, and you're good to go.